Hey everybody, welcome to BorderLine. My name is Lonnie. Today we're going to go through the Extreme Goose, we call it. It's a 20-foot deck. The total length on this trailer is going to be 28 feet. This one right here is actually my crew's trailer, and you can obviously see the coloring on it. It's bright yellow, which is definitely going to get noticed. Some different things on a gooseneck compared to a regular bumper pull is you're automatically going to have heavier axles. So you're going to have 8,000 pound axles on a gooseneck, which is going to give you a 16,000 pound gross. So obviously you can haul some more material and things like that. Your 14 ply G-rated tires are obviously, you know, on these trailers. We don't do anything different with those. This particular one right here is about 95% complete. We wanted to kind of show you some different stages on some of these trailers. So if we look on the inside, what I didn't tell you before is we do put a heavy rubber mat in here, so when you walk in it's a little bit softer on the feet, and it's a little bit easier to get your get your machines in there when you have a little bit thicker mat right there. This trailer too, being that it's mine, we've adjusted the shelves just a little bit. You can see the top shelf goes all the way to the back. You know, on some of the other trailers, we leave that back part kind of open so we can put our concrete sprayers back there. So this one's just a little bit different. The lighting in here is going to be different, and so on than some of the other trailers. If you look on the front, you can see the Goose. And again, H&W Trailer Manufacturing is the one who does these trailers for us. We are constantly trying to do things different to make things a little bit better. You can notice right in here, and this is the first trailer that we've done this to. So as of February 1st, 2024, this is, you know, something that we're going to be adding to all the goosenecks. So we just build this shelf underneath here. Our original thought was, hey, great spot for your Gatorade, your jug, you know, that some guys like to take with. This is another good spot for your concrete sprayer, some of your colors, or you know, things that you want to put here. Great idea from one of my friends over in Utah. He's like, why don't we have onboard gas? I mean, having these gas cans, you got 2 or 3 of them, a 1 gallon and 5 gallon. And so you got gas cans taking up space. So this is a 14 gallon, you know, onboard gas tank that you can basically, you know, just take the thing and fill up your pile driver, your Sting. You essentially probably only need 1 small gas can to fill your mixer. But this is something that's going to be an option. This is going to be strapped down there, but you know, obviously, you know, you got all your D-rings and things like that. On our bumper pull trailers, we're also going to be putting a little toolbox on the front, so you can you know, store some things in there without having to drop that ramp and go inside. It just makes it a little bit easier. Another thing I want to show you is in the back. I didn't mention before. In our Portland bin, which is right up here, we put these rubber mats in here so we can get that Portland off the steel. Now this is, you know, it's waterproof. On a normal rain, you're not going to get a bunch of water in there. The way the door closes, it works really well. But on a big storm where the winds are coming in sideways and water gets in there, we don't want that Portland sitting in the water. So we put a mat in there to make sure that that's raised. So it kind of protects your Portland a little bit. You can tell up on top here, and I'll push this door down, we got a sunshade up here that's attached to the roof. Okay, and when this door is up, okay, obviously it pushes that up, but we were talking before about, you know, taking care of your guy that's mixing. Most times he's in direct sunlight, and again, if it's super hot, you know, you guys down south, this guy's got to have a little bit of shade. So we've had these custom made, and you know, it kind of did the you know, a little bit of work to make sure that these work correctly. This also doubles as your sand cover. So when you take this off, we've had bungee cord that is directly in this that you can go ahead and put on your clips. I will tell you, in the last month or so, we're kind of redoing this. So you have your shade, but instead of having that as your sand cover also, a little bit extra work, what we're doing is we're going to have a reel that goes across the back right here. that you can actually pull out your sand cover and lock it into place, and then go ahead and just reel it up when you're done. It's going to save you, several minutes of trying to get this up and down and so on, to use them as kind of together as a combo. We do believe too that these have all been options. Hey, do you want the sand cover? Yes or no? We're going to probably be making sure that all these trailers come with these, because in my opinion, you need them. Okay, you need them for that guy back here, and to have that sand cover when you're going down the highway. A police officer, that is an excuse if your sand's not covered to get pulled over. So we don't want to do that. This is a Whiteman mixer. As I explained before, certain mixers we can't get. This is a poly drum. This is a 9 cubic foot mixer. I would say most of the curbing companies that are out there, manufacturers that build trailers, a 9 cubic foot mixer is going to be the norm. You can mix one mix in here really, really easy. If you were going to run double mixes, you would probably be looking at a hydraulic mixer, 12 cubic foot hydraulic mixer, which is much more expensive. What I mean by mixes too is basically one bag of Portland to 4 equal parts of sand is going to be a single mix. And so this mixer is designed for something that size. One other thing I wanted to show you underneath here, something we've been working on in the last couple weeks. If you're on the street, you're going to have a tarp on the street and back of the mixer so you can keep the street clean. What we do is, when we're done with the job, my guys will bring the curb machine back, put it on the tarp, and they'll go ahead and dry scrape everything and get everything, off that curb machine. We don't want to try to put water on the street, because if water is running to the drain, you could get in big trouble and get fines because you are actually, you got chemicals and stuff going down into the drain. So what we've designed, and my guys here come up with, is there's a hose, or there's a reel that is hidden underneath the back of this, because folding this tarp up and putting it away, taking it down, unfolding it, it's just another thing that takes up time. So in 10 seconds, I can go ahead and reel that up, and it locks into place, and it's going to be out of the way. This handle comes off, you just pull a pin, and you can store the handle, so in the next job you can just grab it and pull it out, and you're ready to go. So just one of those things that we're trying to add to these trailers to make sure that it's a little bit more, again, a little bit more efficient, and that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to landscape curbing, especially up here in the north where we have short seasons. So we need to make sure we get everything done as quickly as possible, and that way we can go home to your wife and kids. If you look on the top of the compartment, there's a 100-watt solar panel up here that's going to charge your deep cycle lithium battery. We've adjusted the kind of placement of this several times, and we've kind of settled on this part right here. You are going to have plenty of power to run everything. I can tell you in the summer, if you have any type of sunlight, charging batteries and using your electric pump to run the water, we've never been below 90% charge on that battery. So it works really, really well. And obviously common sense is going to tell you if you're charging 6 batteries and you got phones plugged in and you're using all that stuff, you're going to draw more power. If you park this inside all the time, at night, things like that, you might have to check on the input and how much power you're creating to make sure that you have enough. In that sense, you might have to have a charger once in a while just to charge that battery to make sure you got power for that job. If you guys have any questions or anything on our Extreme Goose, go ahead and give us a call, 701-751-2705, 701-751-2705 here at BorderLine. Can answer any questions that you may have.